There, so we started lesson B, correct? I never travel without it. All right, we see on the
Yes.
screen a lady. Maybe she's waiting for her flight. Do you like taking trips? I hope you do. It's a fun thing to do. What do you take when you go on a trip? For example, do you take your laptop?
No.
Do you take an iron?
Maybe I take my cell phone,
Your cell phone, yes.
camera.
Your camera, of course. What about an eye mask and earplugs? Do you take an eye mask and earplugs?
Only an eye mask, I think.
An eye mask. What about a flashlight? Do you take a flashlight? Sounds like an interesting thing to take. What about shampoo and air conditioner?
Yes, because it's necessary.
Yeah, it's necessary. Scented candles?
Oh,
No, huh? They're not that common. Of course, we have family photos. Yes, family photos are a special thing to take. And green tea. All right. We did some of this yesterday. Do you remember what Carl takes on a trip?
family photos.
Family photos. All right. What about Hugo?
Green tea.
Green tea. What about Teddy?
An eye mask and earplugs.
And I'm not sure how you pronounce it. A1.
Sense candle.
Scented candles. Yes. And Erkan, what does Erkan take?
Flashlight.
And Raquel?
Shampoo and conditioner.
Yes, there you go. So what would you never travel without? Tell a partner what? Examples, we have, I did never go away without music to listen to. Traveling can be so boring, even on a short trip, bus trip. Me neither. And I would never travel without my e-reader. Now you guys continue this conversation with your own opinions. Please.
I'd never go away without my headphones.
Yes.
Yeah, I really love hear music. Well,
Listen to music.
oh yeah, listen to music.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, mister.
I'm gonna say an example. So, in my case, I've never taken a trip, but I know that one day I will do it. So I never got away without a camera.
A camera. Yes, absolutely. Continue, guys, please. Hi, Liliana.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon.
I never go away without money.
Without money, of course. Continue, guys. Please.
I'd never go away without a book.
Very good. Without a book. Yeah, continue.
Me
I never
neither.
got a. Go ahead. Continue.
Go ahead, Eduardo.
Okay, thank you. I never got away without my family.
Nice.
Me neither. And I would never travel without my ID. Can you hear me, teacher?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Is that it, guys? Is there anything else?
I'd never go away without my money.
Without your what?
My money.
Your money. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Oh my gosh. What do you see?
Passport, a cell phone,
Camera. Shoes.
glasses, bag, backpack,
Toothbrush.
A lot of clothes.
Uh-huh. What would you never travel without?
What about toothbrush and toothbrush?
And what?
Toothbrush?
Toothbrush. Yeah. All right.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead, Liliana.
oh, I would never travel without clothes,
Okay. Reporting what people ask and instruct. Now, it's not what people say, but what people ask and instruct. Now, it's a question and instruction. How do speakers in the article report the things that people said to them? Underline the places in the article that give you the answers. Then read the grammar chart. The first question is, are you married? How do you report this question? Number two, why do you always take a scented candle? Number three, it's not a question. What is that? Try green tea. What is that, guys? Is that a question? This is an instruction. So let's check the article. Are you married? How do you report this?
people
People. Yes, Lilina, continue.
I meet often ask me whether I'm married or have any kids. People ask me.
Yes, people ask me. So there is a report. It's not in simple past. It's a yes no question and we use the expression whether. Whether I am married or have kids. Okay, what about number two? Why do you always take a scented candle? That's not here, is it? Ah, yes, it is. People often ask me why I always take a scented candle with me. There is the report. People often ask me why I always take a scented candle with me. There. And try green tea. It would be
A friend.
a friend told me to try green tea.
Green tea.
So that's the report. Now let's check the grammar box. Reported speech, questions, and instructions. Reported questions use the word order of the statements. Word order of the statements. They do not have question marks. No question marks. No marks. So the question is, are you married? People often ask me whether or if I am married. Next question. What do you take with you? It's a question in the simple present and is we asked people, this is another expression to say or to report what they take or took with them. Now, what's the difference between the simple present and simple past? What they take or what they took. What is the difference? The difference is very simple. When you talk in simple present, you talk about routines or habits. For example, I always brush my teeth. Yes, that is simple present. I brush. Simple present is a general thing, a routine, a habit, something that occurs periodically, constantly. May not be every day. I'm not talking about brushing the teeth. I'm talking about the routine. The routine can be something that is once a week. It could be that is once a month and it's still a routine. For example, how often do you go to the movies? I go to the movies once a month. All right, now we are stating a habit, a routine, something that happens often, periodically, on a rhythm. I go, simple present. And that's what we have here. Simple present, they take, we're talking about what is your habit? What is your routine? We ask people what they take, always, all the time. But in the simple past, they were not talking about a routine. If we ask about the past, then we are asking about a specific event in the past. Is that so? Or would you like another example?
Did you correct me if I'm wrong, but when people ask about our habits, we ask with a simple person?
Normally, generally, yes.
Okay.
For example, Mr. Do you like hamburgers?
Yes.
Or do you like pizza?
Yeah, either one is good.
How often do you eat pizza? Yes, sir. How often? Eduardo,
Yes.
how often do you eat pizza?
Twice a month.
Okay, let's do twice a month. There. Are we talking about the future? Are we talking about the past? No. We are talking about the simple
No, about the person.
But in this simple present, in this moment, only this specific moment? No. We're talking about a routine, a habit, or an event that repeats itself sometimes during the month. In this case, twice a month, it's an event that repeats 2 times in the month of every month. That's why you say a month. A month that you meet every month. This month, you were going to eat pizza 2 times. Next month in August, you're going to eat pizza again 2 times. On September, you're going to eat pizza again 2 times. Yes, so it develops like a routine, like a habit. And if you don't want to call it a routine because it doesn't sound right, I understand. But we can call it a repetitive activity. Yes, do you agree?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, so that would then, yes, Liliana.
Teacher, I'm sorry. When we report speech with question and instructions, the change, the time the time doesn't change
Right,
with the last explanation with told and said.
that's what we're saying. When you use the simple present, you're asking about the routine. Yes, that's what
And
you're
the time doesn't change.
doesn't change. It's
We
simple
we
present.
our answer is in the same time.
In simple present. If you're asking about a routine, it's in simple present. If you're asking about a specific time in the past,
Okay.
it changes. For example, do you want to eat pizza today? Is that a routine? That's not a routine. What is that? A routine, a progressive event, or a one-time event, a temporary event? What do you think it is?
Temporary.
It's a temporary event. Now, that happened yesterday, and today we're going to report a speech. The report speech is going to use what? The simple present or the simple past? The simple past. She asked me if I wanted to eat pizza that day. No? Would you like another example?
Event.
Yes.
Okay, let me take a picture, teacher, please.
But we saw this on lesson 8. This is in lesson 8.
But the examples are the samples, teacher.
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So one more time, what your intention is will reflect on the report the speech. So right here, I'm sorry, I meant the shade, this one. What do you take with you? Was that a one-time question, a one-time event question, or was that asking for the habit, for the routine? Because if it's for the routine, then you use the simple present. We ask people what they take with them as a routine, always, in every trip. But if I only ask about the one time, the one event, then I'm not going to use the simple present. I'm going to use the simple past. But we need to continue to see more examples, okay?
Teacher, whether is synonym of if?
Yes, it's an expression similar to if. And in this matter, they are the same way, the same thing. Whether is one or two. If is this or that. Okay. What do you take? I'm sorry, next. Why shouldn't I use shampoo? Yes. So the reported speech is, she asked me why she shouldn't use hotel shampoo. We've seen this, that with should, it doesn't change. Should stays about the same, remember? And we're seeing here the same thing. Should
Yes.
doesn't change. Would doesn't change. Could doesn't change. They remain the same tense. And can you please read this, Diana?
Okay. You do not need to shift back the very tense when you report information about the present or future. That is still true or relevant.
Yes. So we don't need to change the tense. Shift back the tense. Shift back is move the tense one or two spaces. That is shift. So we don't need to move the shift from the present to the past, or from the simple past to the past perfect or present perfect. We don't do that with situations that are still true, that are still true, or that are relevant, that are important for the story. For example, we have this question. Do you have any kids? The question can be reported in the past. She asked me if I had any kids. Okay. But let's take a look at the expression. What information it's asking? Kids. Kids. We can say that in the past, but is that normal? Is that correct to say I had kids in the past? Does that make sense?
No, because
Yes.
I have
No.
kids.
Yes. Even when you are old and your kids are married and your kids
Because
have kids,
you still have your
you still
kids.
have your kids. So you don't use a simple past. Then is not had, is have. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's right. And it's what we have right here. A woman asked me if I have kids. Don't confuse this sentence. A woman asked me. This ask is reporting the event, not the speech. The event is in the past because a woman asked in the past, right? Like yesterday, a woman asked me in the past if I have in the present kids. Yes. Now the answer, let's take a look at the answer. The answer is I have two. How do we report that? The same way. I told her in the past. I told because we talked in the past. I told her that in the present I have, in the present, always, I have to. Yes, is that
Yeah, it's
good?
clear.
What about Diana, Leslie, and Liliana?
Okay, teacher.
Yes, would you like more examples? I have more examples, okay? Next question is, where are you going on your next trip? Now we're not using the simple present. We are using present continuous. Yes. Now, on your next trip, talking about the future. He's talking about the future. Then we report a speech. He wanted to know, so because the conversation took place in the past. It could have been yesterday, the day before, last week, somewhere in the past. And now I'm reporting, or I'm actually just having a conversation with a friend or a relative, and I'm sharing with my friend a conversation I had the other day. And I say, he wanted to know where I am going on my next trip. Why is he saying I'm going? Because it's still in the future, not in the past. If we're talking about the past, let's imagine that this trip was last week and not in the past. I'm going to erase future. There you go. Where are you going on your next trip? And the next trip was last week. Then he wanted to know where I was going because it already happened. Where I was going on my following trip. Or we can say last trip, and this is still on the past. On my last trip. Now we're talking about the past because the trip is in the past. But if the trip is in the present or the future, I mean, then, let me change this. There, it's in the future, then it's not the last trip. The future is my next trip. Yes, is that good? I hope it is. Use an infinitive after ask, tell, order, advise to report a request. There. A suggestion or an instruction. Can you lend me a flashlight? This is a request. Can I please borrow your flashlight? Can you please let me use your flashlight? And the reported speech. My sister asked me to lend her a flashlight. My sister wanted to know if I could let her borrow her flashlight. On the reported speech, now we have an infinitive. My sister asked me to lend her a flashlight. Or this is not a question. This is an instruction. Don't use hotel shampoo. Then we say, a friend told or advised me, a friend told me not to use hotel shampoo. And we can say this in the positive sentence. Instead of don't use, let's imagine that we say use. The instruction is go ahead and use hotel shampoo. A friend told me, we cancel the not, and we say to use hotel shampoo. Can I erase everything?
Teacher, so when the suggestion is in negative, we use not to use, right? Not.
Not to verb, yes.
Not
For
to
example,
is the verb. Okay.
if I say, guys, do your homework. Okay, so how do we report that?
The teacher told me to do the homework.
Perfect. One more time, please, mister.
The teacher told me to do the homework.
Do the homework. Oh my gosh, another teacher. Teacher told me
Teacher,
to do the homework. Yes, mister.
it's correct if I say the teacher told me that I have to do the homework?
You can also say it that way, and that is okay. But what if I change it? And I say, don't forget speech that?
Teacher, I'm sorry, uh, this rule is only for imperatives. Don't use
Yes.
auto shampoo or use auto shampoo and
That's
with.
an imperative. That's correct.
Okay.
So don't forget your homework. We report a speech that the teacher told me
Not to.
not to. Perfect. Not to forget the homework. And this one can be used in the other way. Told me to not. No, I think the other way is better. Told me not to forget the homework. Okay. Now let's use a different one or more examples actually. Lucy and her friend Sally are packing for a trip. Look at what Sally says and complete the reports. Which reports might be different after they get back? Let's see. Lucy and her friend are packing for a trip. Which reports might be different after they get back? So first we're going to use the report before the trip. So let's try and do this before the trip. Number one, are you taking your running shoes? So Sally asked Lucy,
If if she took her running shoes,
nope. Before the trip is not happening yet. The trip is in the future.
She is taking
If she is taking, continue,
running shoes.
her running shoes. There. Yes, is before the trip. So we use the simple, the present continuous as an expression of the future, to the future, for the future. What about number two?
She told him to put the shoes in a plastic bag.
Yes, to put the shoes in a plastic bag. Perfect. What about number three? Interesting.
Sally wanted to know why she always take a pillow.
Why she always take? It's incomplete.
Is always.
Is this a question?
Yes, it's a question.
Are you sure?
It has a interrogative.
Which one?
Why do you always take a pill?
Yeah, that's a question. Is this a question?
Oh no.
Something is incomplete.
Takes.
Perfect. She always takes a pillow. Very good. Next, number 4. He asked Lucy.
She asked Lucy if it has to be that pillow.
It has to be in the simple present, right? Okay. Next, number 5.
Sally advised her not to pack too much stuff.
Perfect. And the last one?
Sally wanted to know how many bags am I taking?
Am I?
Sally wants to know how many bags she's taking.
She is?
Is she taking? She is taking.
She is taking. Yes. But who is she?
Lucy,
Lucy. Lucy, right there. So Sally wanted to know how many bags Lucy is taking. There. Now we have these expressions, this reported speech before the trip. Now, which ones are different after the trip? Go ahead and start working on them. Tell me which ones are different. And then after a couple of minutes, you guys will compare answers with the classmate. Can you repeat, Liliana, please?
To make my reported speech after the trip, I
Yes.
changed I changed the verb to the past tense. I only changed the
Okay,
verb
that's
to past
good.
tense, but But in the imperatives, I use the same time, the same verb. Is
Yeah.
correct? Or
Well, why don't we compare answers with your classmates? Next,
okay, thank you.
is
teacher.
Diana, Leslie,
Okay.
Eduardo, please compare your answers with Liliana, please.
And the first I wrote, Sally asked Lucy if she was taking her running shoes.
Yeah, me too.
Eduardo,
What do you think? You think that the first one is after the trip?
after the trip.
And what do you think that?
Um,
Well,
I only changed the
yeah,
I only changed
repeat what you say.
okay, okay. Sally asked Lucy if she was taking her running shoes.
Okay.
Leslie, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think.
Diana,
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. I agree
just
with
okay,
you.
okay. And I have a dog in the imperative in the second. She told her to put the shoes in a plastic bag. I wrote the same sentence.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's correct.
Diana, do you want to continue?
What do you have in number 3?
My answer, Sally wanted to know why she took a pillow. A pillow. Pillow or pillow?
Why she always took? Okay.
Yes, too.
You pronounce pillow or pillow?
Oh, but we say that without the always, right?
Yes,
Only
without
took a pillow.
Pillow, okay.
pillow.
And therefore, she asked Lucy if it had to be that pillow.
Yes, I have the same.
What did you say? Can you repeat that again, please?
She asked Lucy if it had to be that pillow.
Okay, thank you.
The number 5. What did you write? I wrote, Sally advised her not to pack too much stuff.
So you write the same. Or what do you change?
Sally advised them to pack too much stuff.
And the last one, I wrote Sally wanted to know how many bags she was taking.
Yes, I have the same.
All right, guys, are you finished?
Yes, teacher.
Can you please write your answers?
Okay, teacher.
Let's begin with Liliana. Can you do number 1, please? Okay, do that. Liliana 1, Diana 2, Leslie 3, and Eduardo 4, and then Liliana again. Well, rotate, please. Very nice. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Lily. But you wrote too much. Lily, you wrote too much. Sally as Lucy's already there. You didn't need to write that. Let me erase that. There. If she was taking a running shoe. Good. She told her to put the shoes in a plastic bag. Sally wanted to know why she always took a pillow. She asked Lucy if it had to be that pillow. Sally advised her not to pack too much stuff. Very good. Diana or Leslie, can you do the last one, please? One of you.
Okay.
She were, it actually would be she was, right?
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was sorry.
It's all right. How many bags Lucy was taking? Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. These are good. Now tell me, or can you tell me which ones changed and which ones remained the same?
Number 1, number 3, number 4, and 6 change, and 2 and 5 don't have change.
It remained the same. Perfect. Guys, this was good. Do you have any questions? No questions.
No.
Okay. Now, number 3, viewpoint. Get ready for a trip. Can you read, please, Eduardo?
Are you taking something to read?
The instructions, please.
Distractions? Right. Get ready for a trip. Imagine you are going on a bus tour. Ask about 6 things your partner plans to do. Ask your partner to do 3 things for you.
So first thing, you have to ask 6 questions. Ask 6 things your partner plans to take. So ask about 6 things. For example, are you taking something to read? Yeah, it's asking about one thing right there. But you also have to ask your partner to do 3 things for you. For example, can you recommend? And you're going to respond normal. You're going to respond to your classmates. For example, are you taking something to read? Yeah, I think I might download some new books. And this is, of course, a follow-up question. Can you recommend a book in English that is not too hard? As an example for you, what you gotta do is think of 6 questions to ask your classmates. What questions are you are going to ask? Well, first of all, you need to imagine you're going on a bus tour. So imagine, start thinking, start wondering, where are you going? What are you going to do? What are you going to eat? Who are you going with? What's there? What are you going to see? So start imagining your trip, your bus tour. And as you imagine, the same way, make different questions for your classmate. You don't know where your classmate is going. You don't know what your classmate wants to do or wants or plans to see. But what you can do is ask questions, normal questions like, are you going to take your camera? Do you know where you're going? Uh, what's the best place to go? I don't know, something about 6 things, 6 different things. When you finish your questions, you're going to ask and answer the questions with your partner. And you're going to answer normal.
How many questions?
Yes, 6 questions. So if your
Each?
classmate
8?
6, it's right there, mister. Can you read the instructions again?
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. So when you answer, answer normal. For example, if your classmate asks, what are you going to eat there? So you imagine your trip. If I'm going to Puebla, I'm going to eat a semita. So you tell your classmate, I'm going to eat a semita. Yes, so that would be an imagination work. And don't forget that you have to ask for 3 favors. 3 things your classmate needs to do for you. For example, can you help me with my homework? Can you let me borrow your notes? Can you come and help me with my project? I don't know. You need to ask for 6 favors. Okay? So let's take about 3 minutes for you to think about your 9 questions. Okay? Are you ready? Go ahead, start working on your notebooks. Make 6 questions about things and 3 questions about favors. Eduardo,
Not yet.
Okay.
what about the rest of you guys? Diana, Leslie?
No yet, teacher.
Yes, okay. How many questions do you have?
5.
That's good. That's good. Do you have your favors? Nobody? Okay. Let's take a look with Eduardo and Liliana. Can you guys please go ahead, ask and answer your questions? One question each. Let's begin with Eduardo. Eduardo, can you ask one question, please?
Teacher, actually, I did an entire conversation with question and answer.
No, I told you you're going to ask your class your questions to your
Okay.
classmates, and you had to answer normal. It's a normal conversation. So, can you please ask question number one?
Eduardo, where are you going to travel?
Eduardo, are you there?
Yeah, can you repeat the question, please?
Where are you going to travel on your next vacation?
I don't know. I don't have plans to do, but I know that I will do something with my family.
Excellent, guys. Very good. Now, this is where I want to use the example. Eduardo,
Yes.
can you tell me what did Liliana ask you?
She asked me,
You can ask her to repeat, okay?
no, don't worry.
Remember,
She wanted to know where I'm going on my next vacation.
one more time.
She wanted to know where I'm going on my next vacation.
Excellent. Very good, Mr. Liliana,
Yes, teacher.
can you tell us what did Eduardo tell you?
Eduardo told me that he was staying with her family, with his family.
He was staying with his family. Was in the past.
In the past,
Yeah, are you sure it's
he
in the
was.
past? You can ask him to repeat his answer so you can try.
If you want,
to-
I can repeat my answer.
Okay.
Well, I said that I don't have plans, but I know that I will do something with my family.
Yeah, that's a little complex, Mister. You made two different answers. I'll help you, Lilian. One, you can say it in simple past. He said, you can say, Eduardo told me that he didn't have any plans, but that he would do something with his family.
Yeah,
Okay,
that makes
okay,
sense.
the teacher said that.
Can you repeat, Liliana, please?
The teacher said that all.
All right, guys, that's what you have to do. All right, you're gonna go in sessions. You're going to go for 3 minutes. You need to ask and answer your questions. When we come back, you're going to report what your classmates said and asked. Yes?
Yes.
Is that clear? Diana,
Yes.
Leslie?
Yes, but it's hard. Okay.
It's a little
Yeah.
hard, but that's why you can take notes, okay? When your classmate asks you something, remember to take notes. When we come back, you're going to tell me, my classmate asked me what, where, whether, if, you know, and the question. The reporter is teaching questions. And the guys that answer, okay, the other classmate that is listening to the answer, you're going to say, all right, my classmate said or answered me that he, she would, might, did, or etc. Whatever the report is. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes.
All right, let's go, please.
Teacher, the microphone.
Sorry. All right, guys, ready? So let's see who wants to start first. Who wants to give
Well,
me the first report?
Diana.
Yes,
sorry.
Liliana, go ahead.
Museums where Miguel Hidalgo was a teacher and Jose Maria Morelos was a student.
Okay.
It's amazing
But
that
you-
those places.
All right. Guys, can you give me some reports? Who has something interesting to say?
My classmate told me her last favorite holiday is Christmas.
Leslie,
That's the least favorite?
Leslie asked me what, well, can I say my, okay.
The report?
Leslie
Yeah, but
asked me-
actually, yes, Adolo, I want you to tell I want you to tell us your report. But before you do, let me ask Leslie to elaborate, to say more about what she just said.
Okay.
Leslie, your classmate said what?
My classmate told me her last favorite holiday the last year was Christmas.
Ah, his or her?
Was me.
It is
His
Yeah.
least favorite holiday?
his list. Oh yeah.
List?
Sorry.
The least,
Yeah.
that was not the favorite, the least favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And Leslie asked me what was my least favorite holiday.
Okay, that's an interesting question. That's good. Thank you, guys. All right, Eduardo, Leslie, that was good. Liliana, Diana, do you have something?
Okay. My classmate asked me what I'm going to do on vacation.
Very nice. Very good. Liliana, can you share something with us?
Diana recommend me to put up in Playa Suites.
Put up? What is to put up? Liliana.
I can hear you, teacher.
Yeah, can you repeat your report, please?
Okay, teacher. I asked her what hotel are you going to put up in? Diana recommend me to put up in Playa Suites.
To put up?
Yes, put up.
What is put up for you?
Put up.
In a hotel?
Yeah. Yes, teacher.
I don't understand what you mean by put up. Do you want to say stay in?
Yes, I think it's stay in or hospital. I'm not sure.
No, it's not the
Stay
second
in.
word you said. Yeah, it's stay in. Yes.
Yes, stay in Playa Suites Hotel.
In a hotel is stay in a hotel.
Okay.
Stay in a hotel like that.
Yes. Like My classmate asked me, uh, oh, my classmate asked me where
Yes.
where she stay in.
Where? No, that doesn't make sense.
No,
Your
no.
classmate asked you where she stayed in,
Where she
or where
staying?
you, or where you.
Where she staying?
No, you mean where she could stay in,
Yes, yes.
but not where. It's in which hotel she could stay in,
Okay, okay, okay.
right? So my
Okay.
classmate asked me in which hotel she could stay in.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Very good. Yes. Abby, teacher Abby, do you want to share something?
Oh, yes. Leslie asked me about a recommendation about a cereal, and I recommended her Choco Sucaritas.
Which one?
Choco Sucaritas. eh, With
Yeah.
with marshmallows.
What do you call that?
I don't know.
Remember
Choco
the name?
Sucaritas.
Choco Crisp?
No. There's
What's
a
the other one?
is there a name for Sucaritas in English? I
Yes.
don't.
I don't remember.
But they have a different name. That's a different
Yeah,
cereal, I
it's a
think.
different, it's the same cereal with a different name. Yes.
But I don't remember.
But
But
I
yeah.
cannot recall it. But
But it's Choco
it's,
Sucaritas with marshmallows.
oh my
They're really
goodness.
good.
My
But
teacher.
they sell them only in a small box because that's a lot of sugar. But they're really good.
I can imagine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, we are finished for today. Would you like to practice a little more or do you want to continue tomorrow?
Well, in my case tomorrow because I have things to do.
Of
Yeah,
course.
tomorrow.
Yes. I just wanted to tell you, you did really good on your reports, okay? You were doing good. It took a little longer than I expected, but you came with a very good conversation that I heard when I went to supervise you. And then when we came back, you gave some very good reports. And that was very pleasant to see. So that I wanted to give you the chance to continue if you wanted to, but it's okay if you need to pause for today. And I hope you have the same enthusiasm and we continue tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have
Okay,
any questions?
teacher.
No?
All right, in that case, thank you very much. Have a great evening and I will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, teacher.
Tomorrow, teacher.
Bye.
See you tomorrow,
you, teacher.
guys.
See you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Abby.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Liliana.